Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our virtual college fair this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. I just have a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type any questions you may have to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening this evening, so feel free to sign up for others. And this presentation will be recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/WACAC. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters. And first up, we have Penn State.
Great, thank you so much, Melissa. And thank you to all of you that are joining us this evening. It's my pleasure to kind of kick off our session today. And I'm gonna bring up my slideshow here. There we go. Hopefully you can all see this. My name is Isabel, and I am an admissions counselor here at Penn State. I actually work primarily with applicants from California and Nevada. So really, it's a pleasure to speak with all of you tonight. And I'm working in transfer recruitment as well. So kind of a double bonus for me this evening. So I'm just going to take a few minutes opportunity to introduce you to Penn State as an institution for a little bit, and then talk about kind of the special information specifically for transfer applicants to Penn State. But just a little bit about our institution. We are obviously a large university with a global footprint. We're able to offer high quality academics as well as a really, really vibrant student life with a lot of really fantastic opportunities inside and outside of the classroom. All of those things combined make those of us that work and study and teach at Penn State really proud to say we are Penn State. So just some statistics, we are a top 1% world-class university. So out of the 18,000 institutions that exist globally, we are ranked amongst the top 1%. We're very proud of that. We're also a Research One institution. We allocate over $1 billion annually towards undergraduate research expenditures. We're also a land grant, sea grant, space grant, and sun grant status university. So whether you're interested in the science fields, working in labs, or you're interested in the humanities, social sciences, performing arts, we have research opportunities for you from the moment you step foot on campus. Now, speaking about our transfer student community, I know a concern for a lot of transfer students is, how am I going to acclimate to a new campus? Am I going to find my people? Am I going to be one of only a few students that didn't start their freshman year or their first year at that campus? That's not going to be the case at Penn State at all. We're a large community of students with all sorts of different backgrounds. So as you can see here, we have 14% of our undergraduate student community are transfer students, and that is going to comprise almost 4,000 transfer students throughout all of our campuses. And we have a 62% transfer student graduation rate, which is a few percent higher than the national average. When I mentioned before that we are a large university with a global presence and a global reputation, you can see here that 1 out of every 106 Americans with a college degree are Penn State graduates. We have the largest living alumni network in the world. So in every corner of the globe, and especially in those West Coast states like California especially, we have a lot of Penn State alumni that are there, that are going to be ready to open doors for you, as well as be really, really excited to network with you when it's time to look for internships, co-op opportunities, and especially employment opportunities upon graduation. You're going to be entering and joining a huge network of very successful, very happy, and very passionate Penn State alumni here. We obviously have a lot of study abroad opportunities. Those will range from anywhere from the more traditional semester abroad, full year abroad programs. We also have shorter 1 week or 2 week long programs that are going to be embedded in a specific class that you're taking. We've gotten our Penn Staters on every continent on this globe. So a very, very vibrant study abroad network that we have. So we encourage our students to take advantage of that as much as possible throughout their college experience. We focus very heavily on student success. So that obviously includes preparing you for success in your careers after graduation as well. Our career services centers are located in all of our campuses. We're highly ranked. We prepare our students by offering thousands of employers within our network Again, they come to our campuses specifically to recruit Penn Staters for those internships and employment opportunities. We offer resume building workshops, mock interviews, all sorts of different resources for you to make sure that you're going to graduate and enter into a successful career. And of course, academics and career preparation is not everything in college. It's very important, but it's not everything. We also want to make sure that your experience at Penn State allows you to tap into all of the different passions, all of the different interests that you have, and really maximize your time at Penn State. So we have over 1,200 different student clubs, organizations, and activities for you to take advantage of at Penn State. Now, speaking specifically to the transfer community here, we classify transfer students very simply as if you have a high school diploma and then have 18 or more college credits post high school. So not dual enrollment, not early college education credit, but after high school graduation. If you've taken 18 or more credit hours, then you will be classified as a transfer applicant. We have programs that you can transfer into in all sorts of fields and disciplines, as you can see here. We have 20 different campuses at Penn State. We are one university, one application, one diploma, one transcript, but we have 20 different campus locations. So a lot of options for you and a lot of opportunities to really pursue everything that you want in your college education. Now, I mentioned that because of the many different campuses that we have, our transfer requirements and the eligibility for transfer students in some majors can really, really vary. So as it says here on this slide, while not every single major might be open to transfer students, and while every single major might not be open to, let's say, the University Park campus or our largest campus, we definitely have options in all of those disciplines in all of our campuses. So even if, let's say, a specific major at the Smeal College of Business is not available as a transfer applicant at University Park, we have business majors and business programs that you can transfer into at one of our 19 wonderful other Commonwealth campuses. So if you have questions about any of that, I'm going to put my contact information as well as a lot of links for you in the chat once I'm done here. And I know that this 6 minutes goes by really quickly. So this is all of the application required materials that you'll see here. So we don't require SAT or ACT scores or an official high school transcript from you. And if you are interested in knowing which transfer credits you will receive at Penn State, we have a transfer credit tool where you can look all that up. I'm going to put the link to that in the chat. And thank you so much for your time. I'm sorry that I have kind of run over time here, but I will put more information in the chat for you. And thank you again for joining us.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have Drexel University.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for being here tonight. I'm just going to share my screen here. Oops. Great. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Abby. I'm an admissions counselor with Drexel University. I am an admissions counselor for Southern California. I am on the first year team, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you have about the transfer process and also connect you with the transfer counselor or connect with you one-on-one via email. I'll share my contact information at the end of my overview. So just a little bit of background about Drexel. We are a Tier 1 research institution located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And we have a good sized student body with about 15,000 undergraduate students. And we also have a good sized transfer population. In 2019, we saw about 500 transfer students enroll at the university. Our students are coming from all over the country and all over the world, currently representing 47 states and 122 countries. And we have a wide variety of majors, over 80 majors across 13 different schools, spanning a wide variety of topics from biomedical engineering to interior design. Most of our majors are open to transfer students with a couple exceptions. I would be happy to speak with you about the nuances in further detail. So really, it's a wide variety of subjects for you to study. In addition to our 80 majors, we also have about 120 minors to choose from and a number of accelerated degrees as well. No matter what you choose to study at Drexel, you will have exposure to what's called experiential learning, which is a fancy way of saying hands-on learning, really an opportunity to get outside of the classroom and apply what you're learning to a real-world setting. This photo is a great example of that. It is from our annual Westfall fashion show. Westfall is our College of Media Arts and Design. This this fashion show takes place at the Urban Outfitters headquarters right in Philadelphia every year. And it's a completely Drexel run student project, from the fashion designs to the marketing of the event to even the catering. So just one example of ways that students are getting involved in their content while they're still in school and really building up their resume. But this can take a number of different shapes and sizes depending on what you're interested in studying. For students who are interested in nursing, we actually bring in highly trained patient actors to work with our nursing students. There's a whole makeup studio that the actors go through to really simulate as lifelike as possible what it's like to diagnose and have clinical conversations with patients. So these are a number of ways that you can also get involved with what you're passionate about at Drexel. We've had students start their own companies at Drexel. We have the Close School of Entrepreneurship, and we also have the Biota Institute, which will give you funding to bring your startup idea to life. As I mentioned at the beginning, we are a Tier 1 research institution. So if research is something that you're passionate about, you can get involved in research as early as the summer after your first year through the STAR program. STAR stands for Students Tackling Advanced Research. Study abroad, you can go abroad to many different countries. We have a number of different partnerships, which you can learn more about on our Study Abroad website, many different programs. You can also search by your area of intended study as well. You can go abroad for up to 6 months, or you can go abroad for a week to 10 days. We also have a number of performing arts ensembles, which you can get involved in, such as dance troupes or a cappella groups, and you don't have to be in a traditional performing arts major to get involved. Alongside experiential learning opportunities is what's called the co-op program. Co-op is really integral to the Drexel experience and allows students to get 6 or 18 months of work experience while you're still in school. So really building up your resume. The average co-op salary is between $18,000 and $19,000, and about 80% of co-op positions are paid positions. So not only is it a great opportunity to build up your resume while you're in school, but you can earn some money too in the process. Just a little bit about the city of Philadelphia. We definitely want our students to engage with the Drexel community and the community of Philadelphia. We are Division I athletics, and we also have club and intramural sports to join. We also have over 350 student organizations to get involved in, so plenty of opportunities to acclimate to the Drexel campus. This will give you an idea of our transfer admissions deadlines. The application is a little bit more on a rolling basis. You're considered for all the same financial aid opportunities that you would be if you apply as a first-year student. So we encourage you to submit the FAFSA and the CSS profile to be considered for as much financial aid as possible. Generally, when you're applying to Drexel as a transfer student, you'll have 24 college credits that you'll be transferring in. If you have less than 24 credits, we do want to see your high school information. These are some more ways that you can learn more about Drexel. Our admissions blog has some great pieces written by our staff in admissions about the transfer, what it's like to be a transfer student, navigating the application process, our different programs at the university. The paperclip has some really cool stories about what our students and faculty are up to. We're on all the different social media platforms, so you can be sure to connect with us there. And you can easily find your transfer admissions representative based on your intended area of study. If you just search in a search engine, Drexel University admissions representative, you'll be able to find them that way. And you can also note my contact information here at the top. I will also enter this into the chat box as well. Thank you so much.
Great. Next up, we have Muhlenberg College.
I just had to get oriented there. Hello, everyone. My name is Eric Thompson. I'm the Associate Director of Admission and Coordinator of Transfer Admissions here at Muhlenberg. I'm also a proud Muhlenberg alum and happy to chat a little bit about our transfer process. But first, wanted to give you some general information about the college. Muhlenberg is located in Allentown, Pennsylvania, which is the third largest city in Pennsylvania. We're an hour north of Philadelphia and 2 hours west of New York City. Here you see a beautiful picture of our campus, and it's pretty manageable. Everything is within walking distance, and about 90% of our students live on campus all 4 years. So it's not a suitcase school or commuter school at all. And so as you're moving your way around campus, it's pretty regular to see people that you recognize on your travels from point A to point B. But we're known for being a friendly institution. We're also known for having a pretty ambitious student body overall. And so in addition to what students are doing on campus, there's some great things to do in Allentown, whether it's go to the theme park that's about 5 minutes from campus, or walk to the farmer's market, or enjoy some of the fantastic restaurants that we have in Allentown, local restaurants. There's a minor league hockey stadium downtown, and so if you enjoy sports, that's fun. But if not, there's some concerts down there as well as just regular shopping. We're not in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, and we're part of a growing business district as a part of the Lehigh Valley. So that's just a little bit about our community, and we really pride ourselves on having a great sense of community and also being inclusive, to want to welcome every single student, no matter where they come from or what their background is. We have just over 1,900 undergraduate students altogether, and most of our programs are undergraduate, but we do have 2 new graduate programs. And one is a 4+1 program in analytics that are offered to our undergraduates. The average class size is 19, and student professor ratio is 10-1, so very small class sizes. The student of color percentage is just over 21%. We have over 130 different clubs and organizations. Our students tend to be overcommitted, kind of running from one place to another. We're ranked 17th in the country for best food, and number 1 in Pennsylvania, if I do say so for myself. And one of the other statistics I like to point out here is our graduation rate. Our 4-year graduation rate is 81%, which is way over the national average. With regards to academics, we are classified as a liberal arts college, which means there's a lot of flexibility in the curriculum. Our students are really empowered to explore all the academic areas, and there's not too many colleges that allow for the double major that I had. For example, I studied theater and business at Muhlenberg. That's not too common, but it is possible at Muhlenberg. We're also known as a teaching institution, so the emphasis for our professors are on teaching students, engaging with them, not only in the classroom, but supporting them as they're accomplishing things in and around our campus as well. There are 38 majors and 35 minors on our campus. And so some of the popular areas of study are things in the health sciences, biology, biochem, neuroscience. We have a public health major, sustainability studies major, environmental sciences, some great research opportunities for our undergraduates, several hospitals in the area that students can get some great shadow work, and we have a pre-med track. The fine in the performing arts, theater, dance, music, visual arts, and film. There are tremendous amount of performing opportunities at the college, in addition to talent scholarships that we offer to prospective students. Other areas, media and communications, they have an exciting study abroad program in Dublin. We do have a business major along with majors in finance, accounting, economics, and a minor in entrepreneurship and innovation that will be part of a new building that we are expecting to have coming in the fall of 2022. So that is exciting. Political science has a pre-law program, and psychology is another one of our popular majors. But as I said, our students really love that they don't have to choose one academic area. They really can explore multiple interests while they're studying at Muhlenberg. Then I also wanted to mention some of the resources that students have for life after Muhlenberg. Our Career Center is really engaged with the student body and try to take a personal approach in helping students build their resume, access to internships, in our alumni network. our alumni connections is oftentimes what helps students land that first job out of college. And 90% of our students report being able to be employed or go on to additional schooling or have another important opportunity upon graduating from the college. I wanted to highlight some of the transfer resources that we have at Muhlenberg, or the Berg as we call it for short. There are two admissions counselors, myself and my colleague Stacey Carpenter. We work closely with students in their transfer process, #transfer team. And if you have questions about how your credits will come over, we have a process by which you can do that as well. There's individualized academic advising to help students be set up for a successful first semester on our campus, as opposed to just, leaving you to the wolves, and a specific transfer orientation as well. We also have a relationship with Phi Theta Kappa, which is a community college honors program. So any Phi Theta Kappa PTK students who are admitted, there's an academic scholarship attached to that. Here's a little bit about our transfer process, and you can see all the different things that we offer, but it's also on our website. Just wanted to highlight that transcripts and admissions interview is the most important. And if you're applying for need-based financial aid, we ask for the FAFSA. Lastly is our application deadline. Our deadline for the fall is June 15th. For next spring, it's December 10th. And if you have any additional questions, you can see our contact information here, but we hope that we'll be able to answer any of your questions and meet your educational needs. I'll put some additional information in the chat, but good luck to you all in your transfer process. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you so much. Next up, we have University of Pittsburgh.
Thanks, Melissa. Hi, everyone. My name is Kelsey, and I am the Southern California recruiter for Pitt, and I work mainly with freshman students. However, hopefully I can give you lots of great information on our transfer process today, and then get you the right resources that you need. So a little bit about Pitt and the city of Pittsburgh. If you are not familiar with us, we're a larger urban campus about 3 miles from downtown Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a really fun, thriving city with lots of cool things going on. We have lots of green space on campus, and that tall building you see right in the center of our campus is called the Cathedral of Learning. It is 43 stories full of classrooms, professors' offices, and it kind of is the staple of our campus. But as you can see around it, very much that blend of urban, yet still feels like a college campus. And I mentioned we're 3 miles from downtown, and a few things to know about our downtown or surrounding area is it's home to tons of Fortune 500 companies. So this is going to be a great place for internships, networking, for you, a 5 to 10 minute bus ride from campus. All students do get free public transportation for the entire city of Pittsburgh. So it's really easy for you to navigate and get around without a car, especially if you are coming from California. We know that's far, and don't bring that car with you. Pittsburgh's a huge art and entertainment city. So pre-COVID, there were lots of concerts and Broadway shows, and we're hoping to get back to that soon. It's a huge sports city, which is really fun because that energy does radiate onto our campus. And if you love to eat or try different types of food, it's a wonderful foodie city. So we really encourage our students to take advantage of all that the city of Pittsburgh has to offer and get out and enjoy it. So a little bit about our academic opportunities at Pitt. We have 5 freshman entry-level schools and 6 upper-level schools. So a few of our schools listed that are going to be our most popular for you to enter into is going to be our School of Arts and Sciences. We have a School of Engineering, Business, Computing and Information, Nursing, our College of General Studies, our School of Education, our School of Health and Rehab Sciences, our School of Pharmacy, and our School of Social Work, just to name a few. And within these schools, it houses over 100 different majors, dozens of minors and certificate programs, and we're really flexible within them to let you kind of double major, do a major and a minor. We want you to be interdisciplinary and find the best path for you. So once you are in one of these schools, we do not have impacted majors, so you would be applying to a specific school, not a major within Pitt. And we want to support you academically and give you lots of different opportunities to take advantage of. So this does include a guaranteed internship program for every single student within your field of study. We have a wonderful co-op program that students can take advantage of in all different majors. We have undergraduate research, which you can start as soon as you enter into Pitt as a transfer student. And it's going to be lots of different flexibility with that research. It does not need to be a health science major. You could be an art or music major and still participate in undergraduate research. We also have 6 teaching hospitals on our campus. So if you are interested in any of those health science related majors, this is going to be a wonderful opportunity for you to get some hands-on experience outside the classroom in one of those hospitals. And we also have hundreds of study abroad programs. So as long as a country is safe to send you, we can find a program that fits best for you there. So we want you to go and have that a global experience, whether it's just for a week over spring break or a full semester or a really popular Maymester. One of the best parts, though, about going to Pitt is that student life. I was a Pitt Panther, and I absolutely loved being a student for numerous reasons, but a few of them you can see on the screen. So we have Pitt Arts, which is a program that connects you with the art and entertainment scene within Pittsburgh, as well as faculty and other students on campus. We have hundreds of student organizations for you to get involved with, and we really encourage you to do so to find your home away from home on campus. We are Division I sports, so our football team shares a stadium with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's a really fun, exciting energy that you get to go on for all of our home games in the fall. And just a quick to finish up before I pass it off to our next presenter, how do you become a Panther? So a little bit about our application process for transfer students. First, you're just going to fill out the application. We are on 3 platforms: the Coalition, the Common App, or the Pitt Direct app. We are rolling admissions, so you can apply at any time. The earlier, the better. But for transfer students, domestically, there are no deadlines. International students, we do have some deadlines, so be sure to check those out on our website. We will need a copy of your official high school transcript, as well as any college transcripts you have already taken, so that we have those. Below that, you can see that is our transfer credit tool, so you can evaluate all the courses you've taken and what credit will transfer over to Pitt. Some of our programs do require some additional information, so be sure to check that out on our website as well. We do have an honors college, which is open to transfer students to apply to as well. So just be aware of that. And I will drop my contact information in the chat. So thank you very much, everyone.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have Salve Regina University.
Thank you for having me here today. I'm really excited to share information about Salve Regina. So we're moving now up to Rhode Island, the smallest state. My name is Christina Berardi. I'm the Senior Associate Dean of Admissions, and I also work closely with our transfer students along with our other transfer coordinator, Rita Winthrop, and I'll share both of our contact information at the end of this program. As you can see right from the start, we are located on a historic campus, and what you might not be able to tell is just behind that building is the Atlantic Ocean. We're situated directly on the cliff walks, the famed cliff walks in Newport. In terms, our institution is a Catholic institution founded by the Sisters of Mercy. And this is something that's very important to us. It certainly informs the work that we do as we educate students and as we create a better community around us. The Sisters of Mercy really believe in going out to help make the world a better place. And their work is focused around 5 critical concerns: the earth, immigration, nonviolence, racism, and women. So these are certainly themes that you'd see throughout your education at Salve, and also throughout the other work that happens in our co-curricular programs as well. So recognizing that your overall development is something that comes about not only in the classroom, but also everything else that you're involved in your time in college. And certainly as transfer students, we get our students involved in this and involved in our mission right from the start. And as every student at Salve knows, the end of this mission reads to work for a world that is harmonious, just, and merciful, which is certainly something that drives us each day at Salve. We do have programs in a number of different areas, certainly a large variety. Salve is a place where you don't have to decide what you would like to study right away. Our students have until the end of their sophomore years. So we even have transfer students who come in undecided and really do explore while they're with us. Many students who also combine degrees or follow a number of passions while they're with us. And that's something that is very much encouraged. Our only program that is not able to accept transfer students is our undergraduate nursing program. However, we do have a fantastic and flexible RN to BSN program if you're interested in studying in that area. So whether you are someone who's excited to be in the labs, discovering new things, doing that inquiry-based research, if you're someone who is passionate about being on the stage, or if you're in the ground doing excavations, there is a hands-on and active program available for you at Salve. That picture is of our cultural and historic preservation major, which is one of our more unique programs at our school, which certainly makes sense given that we are located in Newport, which is a historic oceanfront area. So we use our location to our advantage. We have about 2,100 undergraduates, which allows us to really know our students and be both their advocates as well as their champions to get them involved in the community around us, whether that is bird banding, whether that is water testing, or that's restoring the stonework in historic cemeteries. There is something for you to do in Newport to get that true hands-on learning and that relationship with the community. So all of our majors do get involved in not only traditional internships and hands-on learning, but also service learning on our island. As you can see, still easy to get on and off of. There's lots of bridges, but we do very much enjoy that great location. Of course, there's a ton to get involved in as well. So a lot for our students to do. And we certainly want students to go out into the world, but we also want to bring the world to them. So a lot of these things are designed to help with that global understanding. So to transfer to Salve is fairly simple. It is a rolling process for us. We have both our own application as well as use the Transfer Common application. If you're already working on that one, you can just add Salve to your list. We do look at any college transcripts, so of the schools you've attended, plus college officials reports, SAT, ACT optional. We will look at your high school transcript, but if you're someone who's already had at least one semester, 15 credits at college, we're going to base our admission decision off of that college work. So how do you get accepted? A 2.7 or a higher GPA to be in good standing with your past institutions. And once you apply to Salve, because it's rolling admission, you receive your decision in about 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks following that, you're also going to receive your transfer credit evaluation. And at Salve, we don't have any prerequisites for our programs. So we simply take the courses you've already taken. We equate them to the curriculum at Salve, and then you pick up from there. We do offer on-campus housing for our transfer students, scholarships, and need-based aid. We use the FAFSA only. We are very flexible in our transfer credit evaluation, and we do one-on-one advising with every transfer student as they're coming in, plus orientation and a transfer transitions course, which certainly helps our students get embedded directly into the community and get involved from day one. So I do hope that you'll contact either myself or Rita. You could also book a video call with us or come visit campus, whether that's virtually or in person. We welcome you and we'll hope you see you on the East Coast on the Atlantic Ocean soon.
Great. And last but not least, we have the University of Roehampton.
Thank you so much, Melissa. And let me add my welcome for this evening for you guys being here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. So I am Amanda Lundberg, and I am one of the international officers with University of Roehampton in the United Kingdom. We're in London, England. So I was a transfer student myself, so I'm really excited to share with you some opportunities to finish your degree in the UK. So we're considered London's campus university, which is unique amongst London universities. We're situated on a beautiful 54-acre parkland setting in Southwest London, so just outside the city. We've been providing education for 180 years now, and we were one of the first universities in the UK to educate women, which we're really proud of. We offer a quick commute into central London here, and we've been ranked as a top 10 London university as well. And then you can see a little peek at some of our Regency architecture there in the background. We have a very diverse student population with 9,000 students enrolled, of whom 20%, actually, no, it's gone up now, 28% are from outside of the UK and represent 141 nationalities. We have 93% of our students that are in employment or further study once they graduate, which means you have great job prospects when you're finished. And we have 7 academic departments across 4 colleges, which we'll look at in just a moment. But of course, being in one of the world's cultural hubs, you'll have 1,000 museums and galleries to visit, all free of charge, which is wonderful too. So this is our proximity to central London here. We're just down the River Thames from London's popular tourist attractions. We're also very near Wimbledon, where you can see the tennis, and across from Richmond Park, one of London's 8 royal parks. Beautiful green setting. Public transportation is fantastic in London, and you'll have a huge variety of buses and trams and tubes and trains to get around. We also have a free university bus, of course, that will help, that you can make use of to get into central London and all around Roehampton itself. As you can see already, our campus is lush and green, but with our proximity to London, you have the best of both worlds. You have the city, part of city, part nature. And the university itself, as you can see here, is comprised of 4 historic colleges. So similar to other UK institutions and some in the US too, but as a better example, very similar to Harry Potter, of course. And our colleges offer loads of great amenities, such as sports facilities, gyms, cafes, social spaces, and provide a fantastic opportunity just for the community within a community at Roehampton. We're very much a research-led institution, so 66% of our research done on campus is of world-class standard, and some of our departments do have 100% of the research at this level. We're the #1 modern university in London for quality of research and the most research-intensive modern university in the UK. So we're very proud of the research going on campus. Our degrees are shorter than US degrees, so you could have 2 degrees in the time it takes you to get 1 here in the US. So 3-year bachelor's, 1-year master's. And these are our 7 different academic departments. And as you can see, there's plenty on offer. I'm sure you'll find something that's of interest to you, but we have no general education requirements. That's why our degrees are a bit shorter. And whilst that does shorten the degree, it does make them more academically challenging, but at the same time rewarding. All of your studies will be focused specifically on your chosen subject or subjects if you decide to put 2 together. Applying is super simple, so you can either apply through UCAS, which is similar to the Common App, or you can apply through our online application, which is free. We have rolling admissions, which just means that there's no hard deadlines to apply, and you can apply to start in either September or January. So we have 2 intakes for our students. And you can see here what you'll need to make an application. It's the same for transfers or first years. So you apply in the same way. And it's worth noting that we do offer numerous scholarships as well as FAFSA. You can apply through FAFSA for federal loans as well. So requirements are they're going to just slightly differ from program to program, but we do accept transfer students into year 2 or year 3, depending on how much you've done prior to joining us. We look for at least a 2.6 GPA with significant credit in the major that you want to transfer to. We do review applications holistically, so we'll be looking at transfer applications on a case by case. So always get in touch and ask us, let us know what your situation is, and we can see how we can accommodate you to transfer to Roehampton. And then you can see our typical first year requirements here as well, which is more looking at the high school side. In terms of overall costs, we're very affordable, especially considering you're saving a whole year of tuition with our 3-year degrees. But we have numerous scholarships available, and most of our US students do qualify for one or more of these scholarships. So it's a great opportunity there. For undergraduate students doing bachelor's degree, it's around £13,000, which comes out to about $18,000 per year. And the total cost with living expenses as well is more like $35,000 per year. So very cheap when you're thinking of different colleges here, whether you're looking at public or private or in-state or out of state, very comparable here. And again, the FAFSA is accepted. And let us know if you have any other questions around fees. We can always help answer those questions. So I'll just have a quick slide here on accommodation, just to say that we do guarantee housing for all of our new students, especially international students. We have single occupancy rooms that all have either their own bathroom or are limited shared facilities with kitchenettes as well. So you'll very much be treated as an independent adult living on campus. Gosh, I've gone much more over time than I thought, so I apologize. These are just a few ways you can get involved on campus. There's tons to do, of course, as you would expect anywhere, but hopefully you'll see something here that might interest you as we're going forward. And then just the final slide here, just some of our competitive sports that you can play with us. And we have a brand new study play program, which is where if you're a soccer player, you can play with the British Premier League club, Crystal Palace. You can train with them. They're a professional team on the main major league in the UK. So that's a really exciting program. And then I'll leave you with a ton of QR codes. So thank you so much for your time today. Feel free to scan any of these and to learn more about Roehampton. And then please do get in touch if you have any questions, and I'll leave my details in the chat as well. And good luck with your college search.
Thank you so much. So we do have just about a couple minutes left in the evening here. I'm going to invite all of our reps to turn their screens back on for a super quick question for everyone this evening. Now, the question is for everybody, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? And we will go in the same order that everybody presented in, starting with Penn State.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much to talk about, but since it's 9 o'clock and I haven't had dinner yet, almost 10 o'clock, I'm going to talk about our ice cream. So Penn State is renowned for our ice cream at the Berkey Creamery. It's our on-campus ice cream. It's all local, 4 days from cow to cone, as we say, milk from our agricultural farms, our cows there, all the way to our food science students developing flavors, developing recipes. So I think that would be my favorite. I also like to say, speaking of our ice cream on campus, that Ben & Jerry, reps from Baskin and Robbins, and Haagen-Dazs have all taken our short course, ice cream course at Penn State. Ben & Jerry's received a C in that class. So if you think their ice cream is good, just imagine how much actual Berkey ice cream is when you have it live.
Hi, everyone. So I would say a favorite Drexel tradition is that we are located near the Philadelphia Art Museum, which is the site of the famous Rocky steps from the movie Rocky. And when it snows in the winter time, our students will walk over to the Philadelphia Art Museum and go sledding down the steps. So definitely something fun to look forward to at Drexel.
I would say my favorite, it's a little bit selfish with regards to my area of expertise, but it's our summer music theater program. And so every summer, Muhlenberg has stock musical theater. And so any students who audition or any ones who are part of it actually get paid. And so it's a professional experience for them. Claim to fame for Muhlenberg is Frankie Grande, Ariana's older brother, but he's a Muhlenberg alum and has done that program several years throughout his time at Muhlenberg, so our summer music theater program.
At Pitt, as I mentioned in my presentation, we have a building called the Cathedral of Learning that you can see from anywhere on campus because it's 43 stories tall. And after a home win football game, our victory lights turn on and you can see them from all over the entire city of Pittsburgh shooting up into the sky. So it just sends a lot of positive energy around campus and you feel that winning vibe. So very cool to see those shining after a good football game.
Salve, Regina, and Newport is really known for the summers because we are surrounded by beaches and an international destination for many people to come visit, a top school for surfing and sailing. But one of my favorite traditions actually happens around the winter holidays because we send off our students into their winter break with a traditional lobster dinner for those holidays. So something really fun and unique to Salve.
At Roehampton, like I mentioned, we have 4 different colleges that our university is split into. And one of my favorite events is we have a college cup where all the colleges compete against each other in things like Quidditch, of course. So it's really fun. It's just a really fun thing that students can get involved in because you're automatically kind of put into a college depending on your subject area. So you kind of get to have this fun little aspect to add to your student experience and the community, which is really fun for everybody.
Always great to hear about different schools, traditions and events on campus. So I always like to hear those traditions. So I just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, our representatives, our attendees. When you close this window, attendees, there will be a quick survey. We would love to hear your feedback on the evening. Also, there are other sessions happening if you would like to join. And then in about a week, you'll find this session's recording as well as other session recordings at strivescan.com/WACAC. I just want to thank all of our reps again and also our attendees. And I hope everybody has a good evening. Thanks, everyone.